How did you and Kanye originally meet?
I was working at Cutting Room Studios working on Quality album in 2001, and Kanye West walked into the studio. I said, I'm here to meet Mos Def. I have beats for him. And Mos Def had been saying for 3 weeks that he was going to come and never coming. So I was like, he might not be here. You know what I'm saying? So you play some beats. And he played the beats and they blew me away. I think he played Gorilla Monsoon rap, Good to You. And I'm like, yo, these beats is crazy. And then he ran down his resume for me. He worked on Jermaine Dupri's album with D. Angeletti, and he worked on Beanie Siegel's albums, and I love those songs.
Mm-hmm. And he actually was opening up for you in the beginning.
Yeah, when Kanye added to Quality, it felt complete. When he added Gorilla Monsoon and Good to You and Get By, and then he was shopping his demo. He had a situation at Capitol. He had different situations he was looking at, but nobody was taking him seriously. He wanted to be on Raucous. And Raucous was like, nah, we want his beats. Everybody was trying to figure out a way to get Kanye to give up his beats without wanting to hear him rap. It was like, say that rap. Even Roc-A-Fella at the time. Kanye would rap constantly, and he would test out his new raps on anybody who walked on the tour bus. So as he walked on the tour bus, he would listen to this. He still does that to this day. That's how he makes his albums. He just kicks those verses over and over again, gets people's reaction. That's how he's become a great MC. Kanye got some great lines. He's got some great raps. But it's actually, he was just frustrated about no one taking him seriously. And my whole thing, I was going on the road with Common. I'm like, you need to come on the road and get some of these road fans. Like, because me going on the road, that sustained my career. So while you're trying to get a deal, you need to come on the road and start developing your fan base for the live show. And you know, that's why he thanked me for on the album, because I think that really had an effect on his career. And you know, Kanye blowing up to the level he did had an awesome effect on my career. And you reminded me that I said that Kanye's so passionate that if you're with him and you're not as passionate as he is, you'll feel uncomfortable. And I think that's what makes him get up and be like, nah, fuck this. I got something to say. And I'm Kanye and it's important what I got to say. But the thing about it is he didn't become like that as a superstar. He was always like that. He always had the same confidence and the same passion for what he had to say. And he would come to my shows and like, I bring him on stage to do like Point Out the Bounce. That was the only record he had out that people knew on Jay-Z album with Timberland. And he would do that, and at that time Jay-Z was looked at as like the anti-Quality to my fans. So he'd be like, why are you bringing out this Roc-A-Fella dude with these 2 chains? And his lyrics would be mad offensive. He'd be like, yo, I rock a all white outfit and I got a white girl on my arm to go with my outfit. And he had lyrics like that. And my audience was just like,
what was your audience like?
They just didn't get it. They didn't like it.
But it was like I think you told me a story once. Like it was like women in Afrocentric gear. Like,
yeah. Like they was like, why is he rapping? Like, why you got this dude on your stage? But the one time Kanye really took it over the top was at a show at House of Blues in Chicago, and I think The Takeover just came out. So he wanted to rhyme over The Takeover and come out over The Takeover because he made the beat. And I was like, cool. And then there was rumors that he got into a fight, that he got beat up and he was in the hospital. It wasn't true. He was on the road with us. He was like, why do I keep saying I got beat up, man? It's not true. And so he said to me at sound check, for my show, I'm gonna have GLC push me out in a wheelchair. I'm gonna have a neck brace on, right? And you'd be like, yo, I need y'all to pray for Kanye. You know, he got really fucked up and he got beat up. And then Chaps, you doing Takeover, and GLC's gonna wheel me out. And then I'm just start rapping, and then I'm just get up and rip the neck brace off, and I was like, no, you're not gonna do that at my show. It's my show. You don't get to have theatrics, because I'm not doing the theatrics right now. So, and he really tried to convince me. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. So I get to the show, and lo and behold, Kanye West is sitting there in a wheelchair with the neck brace on, and GLC is there. And I saw him as I walked down on stage. I'm rapping. I see him just sitting there in a wheelchair, and I was just like, he's looking at me trying to get my attention. I'm rapping, and instead of doing on Takeover, he was trying to get Chaps' attention to do on Takeover. I told Chaps, I said, don't Point Out the Bounce. Don't throw on Takeover. And And I threw on point out the bounce, and he came out there in the wheelchair, even though I told him not to. And he did his whole wheelchair thing.